Hey, 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 how y'all doing? It's your girl Tyra here, your wellness bestie here at Inspired Life, where it is my delight to equip women with practical strategies for walking in radiant health, mind, body, and spirit. Listen, it is January. We're in the first month of the year. And I know there are goals that you all have set for yourself this year. So we're just about 4 weeks in. And I want to come in with some simple, practical things to equip you. Thank you, sister. Listen, it's called the I've done my hair, but I have not done my hairdo. We all got to have, as ladies, we all got to have one or two go-to hairstyles that we can rock when we actually really haven't done our hair. So this is my secret. 2 twists when I haven't done my hair, okay? Things we can do to save time, right? So that we can create time for other things that matter. So here we are, top of the year, just about 4 weeks in. I know we've all started this year with some health goals. Even if we don't set resolutions, even if we don't make set intentions for the year, whatever you want to call it, even if we don't do those things, all of us have goals for our health. And if the last 3 years has shown us anything, it has shown us the premium that we need to pay on our health. So, the title of this broadcast is called Back to Basics. In fact, I am starting a series on how we go back to basics. Back to the basic, simple, baseline things we can do in order to improve our holistic health. Because this is the thing. In the landscape today, there is a lot of chatter and a lot of noise on what the right things are that we should be doing in order to be healthy. And sometimes it can be a challenge to parse through all that information. How do I know what is true? How do I know what's going to work for my body? How do I know what's going to work for my family? Does this actually work? Is this just slick marketing? So much to parse through. And because there's so much to parse through, we may not know where to begin or what to do. So the goal with this series, Back to Basics, is to just equip you with some basic, fundamental things that you can do so that you are walking in radiant health in the mind, in the body, and in the spirit. Because listen, friend, how you do health is how you do everything. Because your physical health impacts how you show up in every area of your life. If you are sick, if you are fatigued, if you're battling disease, if you have low energy, if you have joint pain, if you have brain fog, headaches, whatever the thing is, that's going to impact your ability to engage and play with your kids. It's going to impact your ability to travel, because who wants to be going on a long car ride or on the plane when your knees are swollen? It's going to impact what you do for your job. It's going to impact your energy level and ability to serve in your community. So your health impacts anything and everything. So how you do health is how you do everything. All right. So in this Back to Basics series, I'm going to be equipping you all with some basic things that you can do to walk in radiant health. So while new research comes out about health, while trends change, while the latest diet fad is going to change, while the data comes out on which exercise is best, how much you need to strength train versus cardio, while all that is ever moving, there are some things just about basic humans that have not changed that much. Because guess what? From the dawn of creation, we have been breathing air, all right? From the dawn of creation, we've been hydrating this body some kind of way, whether it was from water from a coconut or water from a saguaro cactus, okay? We've been hydrating this body some kind of way. I would venture to say that mankind has had some sort of sleep. So we're talking hydration, we're talking sleep, I would venture to say that we've also had some type of movement, right? We're required to move these human bodies. I would also venture to say mankind, in its pursuit to propagate the species and live, has also had some type of nutrition. So these are the basics that we're going to go back to and that we're going to be talking about in this Back to Basics series. All right. And I'm going to be hitting on each of the aforementioned topics. But for today's topic, if you've been around me for any length of time, you know this about me. Before I supply you with what I want you to start doing, I'm always going to recommend to you the things that need to be eliminated. Why? I'll give you this scenario. If a dog came into your living room and pooped in the middle of the living room floor, you can spray Febreze all you want. You can light an incense. Your plugins could be working, though I hope you're not using plugins. That's a conversation for another day. Your plugins could be working. I hope you're not using Febreze either. That's a conversation for another day. Your essential oils can be going in your diffuser, but you still going to smell a stink. No matter how much fragrance you try to layer on top of the stink problem is not going to be dealt with till you get the poop out of the middle of your living room floor. Same with our bodies. Until we remove those items which are causing dysfunction, which are causing the inflammation, which are causing the disease, until we remove the offenders, we're not going to see the maximum benefits of our good foundations of health. All right. So before we begin with the basic things you can be doing to walk in radiant health, I'm going to be covering what we're going to get rid of first. So Back to Basics, Part 1 series is what to get rid of. Y'all ready for it? So I'm going to give you 10 things, but some of these 10 things are grouped together, so it may really sound like more than 10. So here we go. 10 things that we are going to eliminate so that we are walking in radiant health, mind, body, and spirit. Y'all ready for the first one? All right, here you go. Soda. It would seem like a no-brainer, right? But y'all still amaze me when I'm peeking in your grocery store cart and there is soda in there. I'm like, man, people still actually drink soda. Yeah, I guess people do drink soda. Thank you for joining Shine Sugar Shine as we are talking about the basics, back to basics with our health. And we're discussing things we want to eliminate. Before we talk about what we're going to add, we got to talk about what we got to get rid of. And soda is the number one. So depending on the part of the world you in, you may call it pop. You may call it tonic. You may call it soda. I don't care what you call it. But whatever you call it, you need to call it not in your grocery cart. Okay? You need to call it not in your drive-through pickup at the window. No. Soda, it's like literally like having an infusion of sugar. Would you sit down and put intravenously into your arm liquid sugar? I don't think you would do that. So soda goes without saying. Let it go, boo. I love y'all. Really, I'm not judging, but when I see the soda in your grocery cart, it actually hurts my heart because y'all know better, but you still like your soda. So let's go on and let that go. If you must have soda, you know what I want you to do? Get you some sparkling spring water and add you some 100% juice that you've juiced at home in your juicer. And then in that manner, you can have you some soda that way, okay? But otherwise, leave the soda alone. Item number 2, speaking of juice, bottled juices for you and for your children. Come on, y'all. Why are you buying juice? Is it because it's fortified, because it says it has vitamin C? Man, that thing is so pasteurized and it's separated from the fiber. Ain't no nutrition in that. That's what you do. I'm glad that you said no to the soda and that you just taken the spring water, add some juice to that and make it work. Bottled juices. We're not going for the slick marketing and the slick gimmicky stuff. Did y'all see what just happened with a big orange juice company? So these bottled juices, just leave them alone. There is no benefit to your body for those things. It's just extra sugar You don't need it. Your children don't need it. It's a thing you can just eliminate from your grocery list. Go ahead on, recoup your $3, $6, $9, $12, $24, how much ever you spend on juice in your regular grocery shopping trip. Nobody will miss it. You'll get over it after a week or two of not buying it. You won't miss it, okay? So let's just eliminate the juice off the break altogether. So y'all got that, soda and juice. Third thing you're going to eliminate in order to walk in radiant health in 2023 is you are eliminating all those bottled sauces, marinades, dressings, all that stuff. So when we get off this broadcast or later tonight or tomorrow, whenever you see fit, ASAP by the weekend, just go inspect your fridge door and go look at these bottled sauces, marinades, dressings, and whatnot. Because they have the three big offenders usually are in there. They have not good for you sugars, too much sodium, and most often soybean oil. Sometimes you might find canola oil in there, but most often soybean oil. So those are your big offenders. And we want those out right away, and they're hiding in all the dressings and sauces and marinades. So I know you want to marinate your chicken or marinate your salmon in the teriyaki sauce or whatever that other sauces that you want to use. Later for the sauces, they're too high in sodium, they're too high in sugars and artificial sugars, and they're too high in refined seed oils. So let those go. All right. So we're talking about things to eliminate in order for you to be walking in radiant health in 2023. We all started this year with some health goals. Even if you didn't call it a resolution or intention or whatever, I know you have some goals for your health. I know I do. Even as a wellness practitioner, I have goals for my health. I want to walk in radiant health too. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to be about it. So the dressings got to go. All right, next one. Store-bought smoothies. So I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and her loved one really thought they were doing the right thing by getting the bottled smoothies. And you see marketing so slick, so clever, and that marketing can be deceptive. And so most of the major bottling company brands who make smoothies, these things have more sugar in them than soda themselves. Oftentimes, these drinks have twice as much or 3 times as much as your daily sugar intake in that one bottle. These things are also so highly pasteurized. So even if there were any nutritional value in it, just with the sake of the amount of sugar and the pasteurization, you're really losing some of that nutrient punch that you're hoping to get from buying the smoothies. So those bottled smoothies, we're going to say no to those. If you want to have a smoothie, make it at home. That way you're controlling the ingredients. Or in your city or in your town, you may have some smoothie bars or juice bars that are actually making real smoothies with real fruit. And some of these companies, even though the smoothie places, are using strawberries that are in like a sugary syrup. So we just want to tread with a lot of wisdom when we're buying smoothies. Next up, this is like with the soda. I'm seeing this in your grocery cart. Again, not judging. There's no judgment, no shame. Listen, I get it, all right? But we got cereal in our cart. Y'all still buying cereal? Y'all still buying cereal? For real? Okay, so we're just going to go ahead on, eliminate the cereal out the cart. If you want cereal, here's my suggestion. At my local natural food store, they sell a bag of Kamut Puffs. It's Kamut Puffs plain. They're just plain. Nothing on them. Just 100% Kamut. Nothing else. Kamut Puffs. Y'all remember the Honey Smacks? You just take the Kamut, a little drizzle of agave, some cinnamon and clove, and you bake that on a low temperature 15 minutes. There you go. You got your Honey Smacks. Otherwise, y'all go ahead on and stay away from that cereal, okay? Up next, okay, I have been guilty of this one too. So, in saying this, I've had to talk to my own self about this. The coffee cream. Yep, the coffee cream. The coffee cream has refined seed oils, all right, in your favorite hazelnut brand, out of the dairy section of the grocery store. Your favorite morning coffee brand has those refined seed oils that are no good for you, that are promoting inflammation in the body. So we got to say goodbye and break it up, okay? You love coffee cream. The coffee cream don't love you back. So go ahead and break up with your coffee cream. Next up, seasoning packets. So I know. In order for you to make your most absolutely best pot of jollof rice, that you need that little seasoning cube. I know. For you to make your best, most flavorful other dish, that you need that seasoning pack. But baby, that seasoning pack is packed with all sorts of fillers and things that are not good for your body. Things that are, again, going to cause inflammation. Things that are going to cause you to be bloated and swollen and make your blood pressure go up. No. So leave them seasoning packets alone. And speaking of seasoning packets and making some very good jollof rice, most of the rice on the market today, you guys, is not good for us, unfortunately. That's brown and white included. Do you all know that there is white rice on the market today masquerading as rice but really is plastic? Have seen it with my own eyes. Do you know that most brown rice is actually high in arsenic? So we need to tread lightly on the rice factor, all right? I know we like rice. I know for some of us it's like our indigenous food. Unfortunately, though, what we're doing today to create and cultivate these crops is not the rice we had 50 years ago, unfortunately. And so we just have to walk with wisdom there. We just need to really pray about that one, because unfortunately we have stuff on the market that seems like real food, but really it's not. So let's be careful with the rice. All right, next category. Cookies, cakes, pastries, muffins, all this kind of stuff. You know, these ready-to-go baked goods in your grocery store. And then if you go to a grocery store that has a really amazing bakery, you just walk in there and you are just like, oh my goodness. Or you ever go in your bulk food store and their muffins are like this big. Oh my goodness. If you eat a muffin that's this big, it's going to have refined seed oils. Hey, my friends, so glad you can join as I'm talking about back to basics. So much of the information about health out there can be so overwhelming and so confusing and so much to parse through. How do we simplify it? We simplify all this health stuff by going back to basics. But before we go back to basics, I'm just jumping in today to talk about some things we want to get rid of. And the next category I'm talking about is all of the pre-made, pre-packaged cookies, cakes, pies, muffins, pastry. And I'm talking about those giant softball-sized muffins you get from your bulk food store. Really, that's one muffin is really probably 4 servings. That's enough to feed 4 people. And that muffin, one muffin, is going to have more than your daily recommended sugar intake. And it's also going to have those refined seed oils that I was telling you guys about. So we just want to eliminate those things. They cause inflammation in the body. All that sugar is going to cause you to have brain fog, to have headaches. You're not going to leave that muffin feeling good. It may taste good to your palate, but everything that is pleasing to the palate is not necessarily good for the body, all right? So we have to be very mindful of what we consume. And a softball size muffin, nothing about that makes sense, all right, friend? The last thing, so this is like thing number 10, that we want to eliminate in order to walk in radiant health in 2023 as we go back to the basics are plant-based foods. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. All the slick marketing of these plant-based foods. You know them. You know all the plant-based foods. Your plant-based burgers, your plant-based sausages, your plant-based cheese, your plant-based cream cheese, all the things. You know what they are. All right. When you're eating these things or looking at this thing, you don't see a single plant on them, do you? No. If you want to eat something plant-based, go eat some lettuce. Go eat some cucumbers. Go eat some Swiss chard. Go eat some collard greens. Go eat some kale. Go eat some arugula. Go eat some watercress. Go eat some dandelion if you want something plant-based. All right? If you want something plant-based, go eat some quinoa. Go eat some amaranth. Go eat something that actually came from a plant. So, we're going to leave. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Tell it, sister. Take all that fake garbage and throw it in the garbage. So, we will not fall prey to slick marketing. If we want to eat plant-based, then we're going to go eat some plants somewhere. So those are just 10 things, which ended up being more than 10 because some were grouped together, things that we can eliminate so that we can walk in radiant health. So it's going to be my delight over these next couple of weeks as we delve into this series on Back to Basics to equip you with some practical, simple strategies for things that we can do to ensure that our foundations of health are solid and secure so that we're building our health on a foundation that cannot be shaken. All right, friends, so it's been my delight to join with you today. As always, it's my prayer that you've been inspired to live fully. God bless, take care, and we'll see you next time.